Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. So I'm sitting up here watching one of my little favorite oops, my bad, y'all. Watching one of my little favorite movies. And this is Shallow Hell. Okay, and God gave me a message, like literally as soon as I got ready to click on the movie, yo, and start watching it. And the message is for somebody, there's someone that it's like you rejected this person, but in reality, it's kind of like, I feel like it ain't that you exactly rejected this person. And I'm just going off the last message. You ain't really reject this person. They rejected you, low key. And maybe y'all rejecting each other, but in reality, they want something completely different than you want. And it's not fair to try to force somebody into seeing things your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I don't want to just be, how do I say it? If I'm dealing with somebody, and it ain't gonna be no situation where I just want it to be like, how do you say it? Like something that ain't even a situationship, just a fling. I don't want that. I don't want that. And I don't know. That's just not what I want. I feel like that's going to cause me a lot of emotional turmoil, heartache. It may make me sad. I don't feel like dealing with the cattiness of a man that's dealing with multiple different women. I don't feel like going through any of that. And because I don't feel like going through any of that, I'd rather just separate myself from that. And then how can you call yourself a true friend to someone? How can you say you truly care about someone if you are putting them in a position to where they have to, it's almost like that's forcing. I don't want to force nobody to do nothing, even if it is be in a relationship with me. I don't want to force nobody that say they want to be a player for life to be exclusive. I don't want to force, I'm not doing that. And simultaneously, it ain't fair for no man to try to force me because I want to be in a relationship to see things they way. And you know what I'm saying? That will basically put me in a position to where, because I'm not finna thought around. That put me in a position to where I'm doing basically what I was just doing, bro. Sitting around, staring at him while he is messing around with all these women until he finally decide, oh, I missed you, and come and see about me. I don't have time for that. I don't feel like going through that. I just went through that. I just went through that. I just went through a man that was surrounded by women that literally just all they wanted to do was jump me because they felt like they feel some kind of way about me. Why? Because I'm different. I don't want to sleep around. I don't. I don't want to sleep around. You know what I'm saying? Friends feeling some kind of way because I don't want to sleep with them. And you know what I'm saying? This is my personal preference. And because I have went through so much of people trying to force me to see things their way, I don't move. I would never try to force somebody to be in a position to where they have to do things the way I want it done. You know what I'm saying? And okay, let me get the scripture. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest and say at first I kind of just didn't care because I just got to maybe all men cheat. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna deal with, I can't deal, I'm not dealing with bullying. I am 34 years old. I am not in high school anymore. And I am not gonna deal with a gang of women trying to bully and harass me and make me feel some kind of way because they want to make sure that I know they sleeping with him too. I ain't got time for that. The scripture comes from John 5:24. Truly, truly, I say to you, he who is hearing my word and is believing him who sent me has continuous life, and he does not come into judgment, but has passed out of death into life. God said in reality, it's not a situation like this is somebody. I just feel like a player that felt like he may have even felt like you were trying to smuggle him into a relationship or you were forcing him or you were doing like, no, 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 no. And I feel like this is somebody, oh no, baby, I'm not trying to do that. And you know what I'm saying? I apologize if that's what you felt like I was trying to do. I'm going to remove myself from the equation. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to get in between you and your gang, your roster, and your normal schedule. You know what I'm saying? I understand you got a schedule out and you got everybody name on the schedule. Go ahead and carry on with that. But simultaneously, I need you to understand that is not what I want. And because that is not what I want, it will be, it's only fair. Okay, I'm saying I'm not finna force you into being in a relationship. It's only fair that you're not trying to force me to be one of your many because I don't want that. That ain't fair to me. Okay, and I get it. Like I stand out from the crowd. I don't know if you go meet somebody that's gonna be, but at the same time, do you even want that? See, this is like, I just feel like this is fair. It doesn't even make sense for you to carry on speaking to this person. It don't make sense for y'all to carry on messing around. It don't make sense for y'all to carry on with no rendezvous or whatever it is this person got going on, because it's nonsense. In reality, they don't want you like that. Every time you see them, they ain't doing nothing but building you up for a letdown. And I got time for that. Tired. Tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Okay. Like Cameron Diaz said, I've been dating for decades, god dang. I'm sick of this. I'm tired for this. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Y'all have fun though. Y'all have fun though. Y'all have to. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I am tired. I'm still trying to pick up the pieces of my broken heart from the last relationship I was in. I'm not finna deal with this. 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 And I don't wanna. And you know what I'm saying? Much power to you. You do your thing. You enjoy. I'm getting all the way about y'all way. Because you know what? Just like the scriptures say, this is somebody you want life. And this is like a vibe where it could cause you to feel as if, like, I almost feel like that's a sacrifice. You're basically sacrificing what you truly want, what you truly desire. And this is somebody you desire, what you truly want, what you truly desire is to have somebody to call your own. And you don't want to sacrifice that. And that's the message. That's not fair to you. Simultaneously, if this man want to carry on messing around with who he want to and he want to be single and he want to do his thing, baby, much power to him. It's not fair for you to force him into no relationship now. It's not fair for him to be put in a position where he got to sacrifice his freedom in order to have you around. So, you know, it's just like this is a situation where y'all simply don't mix. Because guess what? If this was your person, they wouldn't even be concerned about nobody else. Because when you really meet your person, you don't care about what nobody else talking about. You don't care about what they think. You don't care about what they feel. You is worried about your person, and that's it. So God said, like, what's even the point? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, what's even the point? What is the point? What is the point in, you know what I'm saying, even carrying on? Like, y'all can be friends. And then there's another thing. If this person is a friend to you and you don't want the relationship, the friendship to fall apart, you best not be trying to hold this person down and force them to do X, Y. Ain't nobody got time for that. No, we ain't doing that. No, we not finna do that. We not finna force you to do nothing. We ain't trying to make you do nothing. And we for sure ain't finna be in a position to where it ain't fair if I'm sitting up here and I'm not trying to force you to do nothing and I ain't trying to make you to do nothing for you to turn around and try to do that to me. That's only fair. And that's the message. And you know what I'm saying? That's the message. And you know, I don't know if this, maybe they got upset. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody got upset about that. But that's the truth. It's like, you can't expect that you've been out exploring for months. You ain't checked on sis. You ain't called. You ain't swung by. You haven't even put forth effort to see how she doing and how she feel about something. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden you calling out the blue talking about what's up. Let's go out. Let's do this. I'm finna pull up on you. We gon' baby, let me tell you my life and how I will be ready to hang up in your face, cuss you out and everything else. And I'm just being real. Don't judge me because God ain't through with me yet. I'm gonna be mad. I'll be mad. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be mad. And I get it. Why you can't just be okay with it? Why it can't just be all right? I mean, because I want to preserve myself for the person that actually want to be with me. And apparently it ain't you. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, what am I doing? What are you doing? What is the point? I was like, baby, I want it to be a wow factor when I meet my person. I don't want it to be a wow factor for the guy that's popping up every now and again. Like, you can get that, go to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Because in reality, that's what you want and that's what you deserve. Like, and that's what it is. It is what it is. And that's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Deuce.